Ghost stories.
Okay, dubs are not fine.
Xenogelion! Today's theme is rather vexing to us, so we've decided to go completely rogue and ask whatever we want, and you just have to deal with us.
Fuck.
Welcome to the gauntlet of chaos.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
You are a ranch owner, and you raise something. What would be the strangest anime to base a farm around? Go into details. Also, no Pokemon, and no animes about farming or with farming in them so that you can cheat and just worm your way into it like So I'm a Slime or Shield Hero. Make it really chaotic.
I was actually thinking my farming life in another world and just...
Not allowed.
No, but I'd be farming all the girls.
It's in the title.
Fine. What about Trigun? With the plants. Okay, fine. It's gonna be... Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon and I'll be farming gods?
Ooh.
I should have said fake grand order and that would be there's farming servants. I changed my answer. Fake grand order and I'll be farming servants. This has nothing to do with the fact that I just finished watching all of Fake Grand Order. But it might have something to do with the fact that I'm just finished watching all of Fake Grand Order.
So, in the one show I watched called Stellar Transformations, every time a character has to increase their power level, they have to go through what's called the Heavenly Tribulations, during which time heavens literally open up and they get hit by lightning multiple times.
Fucking Christ.
Can you think of an example of a more or equally ridiculous ritual a character in the anime has to go through to increase their power?
Okay. I genuinely have one for this, okay? I'm on the edge of my seat. Right, okay. Darker Than Black. It's a good anime. Genuinely. The second season is trash, but the first season is quite good. The crazy thing about it is that you have all these people that are, I'm pretty sure, God, it's been so many years since I've seen it. I think they're called contractors, and they're people that have this supernatural power, and like they can do all sorts of weird and wonderful shit. But in order to use their power, they have to involuntarily fulfill the contract, which is like, you know, say for example, one person has like the ability to shoot lasers from their eyes. But in order to do so, every single time they do, they have to break a finger. Some of them are like crazy and wacky. Others, right, and this is my favorite one. This one guy, in order to use his ability, he has to eat large, copious amounts of food. So he's like reverse Goku. So whenever he uses his ability, he has to eat large amounts of food.
Now, I know Darker Than Black as I have watched it.
Yeah.
And I think you're mixing it up because that's just eating large amounts of food was just something the main character does.
I thought that was the contract.
No, he doesn't have to do any contract. He just eating huge amounts of food is just what he does. Like the more, let's say, interesting choice for a contract that was from that show was from that not very good second season where a woman and who can basically turn anything into a lightsaber has to kiss a man. So she's not, and she's not, and she doesn't swing that way.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with my answer though.
Xeno. 3D CG is becoming more and more prominent in a lot of anime. It appears to be a pretty useful tool to allow artists to produce anime much more quickly and in greater quantity, but in many cases this appears to be quantity over quality, with rare exceptions like the new Trigun. In your opinion, has the advent of 3D CG use in anime been a boon, or has it harmed the anime industry by bringing the overall quality of animation down?
Oh, okay, right. So, there's two sides to this coin. And as with everything, as with CG, as with animatronics, with practical effects, with all this stuff, it is all down to application, how you use it. At no point in time should you rely heavily on just one. So, when it comes to CG in anime, well, first port of call, don't animate the CG on ones, but the rest of the show on twos, because it looks so glaring and horrible. But there are some instances with things like Goblin Slayer, where the Goblin Slayer himself, when he's at a distance, looks okay in CG. But at close, they actually hand animate him the entire time, and it looks good. But there are some shows that look like, I don't know, isn't it called X-Arm? Gonna Throw that out there.
Never heard of that.
Good. I'm gonna throw that out there. Just good.
One thing that kind of jumps to mind is I watched a few episodes of it and stopped watching it because the CG was bad. Arpeggio of Blue Steel relied heavily on 3D CG, and the anime was quite a bit before Netflix really started picking that stuff up, and it was bad.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the actual show itself. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. It's all about application.
Is there a dating site?
God!
I think it's called Azure Lane.
Oh my god.
You're right.
Dating naval ships is not OSHA approved.
Oh my god. Next question.
Anime in your country has just been made illegal. What obscure title is so out there, so chaotic, that it gets missed by the censors and difficulty? No Evangelion and no Paprika.
Oh, motherfucker! I was gonna go Evangelion. Okay, fine. No.
You're welcome.
Okay. I couldn't finish the first episode of this because it was just so off the wall. What the fuck? I'm gonna say Pop Team Epic. My first introduction to Pop Team Epic was from the different figurines and things, and it was so weird to see these oddly shaped anime. I think they're girls. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm pretty sure they're voiced by men, but they have these hyper detailized hands that are used to flip people off. It is akin to being so off the wall in terms of animation and what the fuck is going on as is Fooly Cooly. So I'm gonna go with Pop Team. I genuinely just couldn't watch half the first episode. It was just, I don't know what the fuck. I feel like I need to be drunk for this, and I don't drink.
I'm looking at screenshots of this and I'm just lost.
Yeah, exactly.
This is great.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to have to check this out.
If you manage to get past the first episode, please let me know.
Okay, have you ever seen an instance in anime where a character manages to defuse a very dangerous situation through sheer power of their balls?
I
give you an example.
Okay.
In a show that I watched called Stellar Transformations, there is a scene where the main character's family is assaulted by a band of mercenaries. Like these mercenaries, power level wise, they are above the main character and his family. But the main character can use his powers to escape. So he basically tells the mercenary leader this: if you continue to attack, I'm going to escape, I'm going to train, and I'm going to come find you. So you have two options. Come back in 6 months and we'll have a duel to the death, or spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder. And it works. So, can you think of a similar instance where a character
is just so threatening?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I've not actually seen this, but the tales of this anime, so legendary. I think the series is called Ping Pong Club. There is one instance, this one infamous instance of using the power of a character's balls to win a game of ping pong. And I actually mean this literally. So you probably don't want to look this up. During a tournament, one of the main characters of the show ends up flashing his opponent to distract them in order to win. I think this counts.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm going to accept that.
Again, I have not seen this series. I cannot endorse it. I just know of this infamous scene. It is infamous in its infamy.
If my eyes roll any harder into the back of my head, I'm going to send you a bill for the hospital.
So, how long do you think it'll be before artists start using AI like Midjourney for animation purposes? Will there be an uncanny valley if anime to begin with is unrealistic? And will it result in animated shots never showing characters' hands, so that viewers are never subjected to the Lovecraftian horror that is AI trying to figure out how many fingers actually belong?
It's funny you bring this up because literally there's a brilliant video by I can't literally I showed Nazeth this video talking about how quote unquote AI does this stuff.
When the adversary does this, any good human player would easily see their groups of stones about to be taken and play accordingly, and yet the superhuman AI doesn't seem to care.
So I don't think artists are going to be involved in this. I think what's going to happen is you're going to have like heads of production studios that are like, oh fuck, my entire artist team has ditched me. Don't worry, I'll use fucking Midjourney or Stable Diffusion to do this. I'll just act out the poses and I'll get it to work it out. Like, you know, I have seen a non-zero number of what I can only assume is some sort of like sexy TikTok dance or something that's had the timing on it altered, and it's just like, okay, put this into Stable Diffusion and say, make this look like Power from Chainsaw Man or Makima from Chainsaw Man. Just like, you know, just make it look like, or Komi from Okay, We Can't Communicate. And I'm utterly staggered to the number of people that are like, this is amazing. Every frame is different. Not like every few, like it's not like a subtle difference. It's like their clothes are changing completely between frames. It is amazingly bad.
Well, that sounds about right. Are there hands shown?
There are.
Do the number of fingers change between frames?
I want to say yes. And the number of hands.
Can you name another anime character who has a power that seems outwardly ridiculous, but is actually incredibly useful?
Kind of expect you to say, could you name another sausage that was incredibly powerful? I don't know, I want to say the weird tape elbow guy. Like, you know, he uses it to swing around like Spider-Man, but like, I mean, you'll never need to like, oh no, I have to seal this box.
Xeno, for the rest of your life, you may only watch one anime, but it will always have new episodes anytime you want, forever. What could you watch and never get sick of? Corollary, what would you do to prevent everyone else from getting sick of listening to you talk about it?
Shit. There's an obvious answer here, and I'm too scared to think I'm that predictable, because I know I am that predictable.
But did we know that you knew that we knew you'd be that predictable?
I'm hoping you knew that. I knew that. Wait, that broke my brain a lot faster than I expected it to. But I'm genuinely thinking, the problem is that there's so much more manga. Like, okay, fine, fuck it. Nope. I have a better answer. Pat Labor. I want to see a remaster of the original Pat Labor with additional new shows. It is a fun, dumb, slice of life police drama with mecha, and it's just like, yep, 100%. I want to see that, and I want new episodes.
I feel like you're not being honest with yourself, but it's a good answer.
No, actually, genuinely, I do really like Pat Labor, and I think I just need to show it to people. I just like, you know, in order to make sure people don't like, fuck, I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna fucking say it because it was gonna be the Guyver. I was gonna fucking go with the Guyver because
we know.
Go on, Nazeth.
Did he say it?
Does that count? Does that count? Is that your legit answer?
No, it's not my legit. Well, no, I mean it's two. It's two answers. I didn't have to stand on the landmine, but I saw the landmine. I'm like, I know the landmine's there. It's like you guys didn't fucking cover. You didn't need to cover the landmine. It was just there. I'm like, I'm just gonna stand on it because I want to. I just want to stand on this landmine. Let me stand on the landmine.
He loves the Guyver that much.
I do love it that much, and there's so much more manga for them to convert. Go on. Which one is it? Which one do I unclick?
Oh, sorry. It was
Yumikana.
Oh, God. Yeah, it was Yumi. Yeah.
So, recently an anime-themed game called Honkai Star Rail came out, which I am quite enjoying. My question is thus, how do you respond when a game rickrolls you?
What the fuck? Even an organization like the Masked Fools sings solemn praises to their Aeon. The Aeon will never give you up, fuck. Never let you down or abandon you. They will never cry, say goodbye, or tell a lie and hurt you. Asked Rickley, super pop star of the Epsilon 12 galaxy. Ah, sons of bitches. What's my reaction to that?
Yeah, how do you really act when a game rickrolls you?
I don't know. It really depends on the game. Because I don't know if any of you have seen the series, Bocce the Rock. It is brilliant. And it's criminal that it still doesn't have an English dub. The number of memes in that... I mean, it screams quality when the main character does the iconic Yamcha death from the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z. Just for lols. It is brilliant. It's fun. If Bocce the Rock was to rickroll me, I would respect it. I would, in fact, salute it in honor of such memeage. But a video game, I mean, if it's a Bocce the Rock video game.
Okay. Many Japanese shows have been going on for a very, very, very long time. Super Sentai looking at you. The same could be said for some manga, which just seem to go on and on with no end in sight. What are some cases of anime that have gone on to the point where it's largely just formulaic and boring, rinse and repeat, and should be taken out back to be put out of their misery? And why is it Pokemon?
Oh, okay. Woof. Okay, that's safe. I'm too scared to answer this one because I have so many lined up. Okay, so first off, I don't know. I need to try and watch the soft reboot of Pokemon because I kind of feel that I respect it. I do genuinely respect it as much as I respect JoJo for doing soft reboots. And I kind of wish I could respect Gundam AGE for its soft reboots. I kind of want to give it a shot because it should introduce, like, it should be a new starting point for a whole new generation of viewers. But to list off a bunch that need to be put down to pasture: Sword Art Online, Overlord, Eminence in Shadow, One Piece.
Xeno, what are you doing? Would you please reveal Letter 13's taboo anime?
Hey, I gotta ask the question here. I need to... Okay, fine.
All right. Xeno, I'm constantly hearing talk of best girl. What are the qualifications and metrics to being best girl? And who is that right at this moment? And also, why have I never been best girl?
Okay. So, best girl is different from best waifu. Very important, right? You are clearly best waifu.
Aww.
To be best girl, you have to have innocence, wholesomeness, lewdness, depravity.
Are those not opposite of each other?
Yet can both happen. So I'm thinking of like Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling, where basically the love interest turns up at her door. She opens it up and she's like in her underwear and he's shocked and he's blushing and things, kind of turns away. And she realizes what's happened. She's like, oh, I'll be back in a second, slams the door, turns to the mirror and realizes that she hasn't put her pink contacts in, and that's the problem. Not the fact that she's standing there in her underwear, in her pajamas. The fact that she's just... Anyway. So I don't know what you would classify that as, but that's a quality that, you know, best girls need as well.
So she's just stupid.
Yes. Kind of. Absentness, absent-mindedness, I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah.
My desire to be best girl has been squashed.
But your best waifu. Being strong and powerful. Like Railgun.
Easy, Tiger.
Keeping on the theme of the same developer, Genshin Impact is getting an anime from Ufotable, and judging from the concept video they released, the developer threw all of the money at them. Have you ever seen a trailer for an anime that looked too good, as in there is no way they're going to keep this level of quality throughout the show?
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what happened. It was the Skyer anime. The trailer was just like, holy shit, this 5-minute long trailer looks fucking amazing. And then the first episode was utter fucking ass. It was awful. And like, yeah, they just couldn't maintain it because they blew half the budget on the fucking trailer. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? I'm very shocked to hear that Ufotable are doing a Genshin Impact series, but I mean, good on them. They have the abilities, they have the skills, they have the technology, they have the Inouske.
This one's a little bit of a curveball, perhaps. In the video game industry, as well as movie and TV shows, We seem to be entering an age of remakes, in that many older films, games, and series are being refreshed and remade for modern audiences. In some cases, it's a resounding success, but in others, like the Bastard remake,
Ugh.
the over-the-top, crude, offensive, and on-the-nose humor seems to have fallen pretty flat when it comes to reception. In your opinion, what is the most offensive anime that deserves a remake, and why? I don't like that laugh.
I think Nazareth is thinking the same thing I'm thinking, but that's the dub.
Dubs are fine.
It's Ghost Stories.
Okay, dubs are not fine.
This is difficult. Okay, there's one that I would like to see redone. One to bring it more into the modern era. Another to actually do the voice talent justice and things like this. And that would be the Tenchi Muyo series. I think a lot of the humor in Tenchi Muyo is very crude. It wasn't derogatory per se, but it was definitely crude, and I think that is one that would deserve like a revitalization. The big thing about it, though, is because it's all hand-drawn cell animation, they can easily like upscale it to Blu-ray, as opposed to something like XL Saga or Gundam Seed, where it was like on the cusp of going digital, and they can't upscale it because it will just pixelate.
Good answer.
All right, Xeno. So you survived the onslaught of chaos. Has it left you properly empty inside?
Well, I'd like a powerful sausage.
This is a yes or no question.
I'm hungry. Yes.
Okay, good. And our work here is finished, and your suffering has fueled the chaos gods for another day.
Yay! I'm hungry. I'm gonna get a muffin.